everybody, I'm back again today. No haul for the moment because I've got to stop spending. I've got tons of stuff that I haven't used and I have no place to put everything now. my room is just a mess. Okay, anyway, I just want to do a project share and show you something that I made. So I think in the previous one of the previous videos I showed that I got the diamond dies set, and I got one of these dies that is it's actually this one, the purse die cut, or the handbag die cut, and this is supposed to be for I think it's the handbag mini album die cut, but I wanted to try something with it because it's like, when I saw it I immediately thought 3D gift bag kind of thing, shaped like a purse, and I'm sure this is not the first time someone has thought of this kind of ideas. So what I did, as you can see, was I actually made a bag that is made from the diamond dies die cut, and I cut out two of the handbags and I made the center so that I can actually make it into a little like a bag, and I can put stuff in it and I can decorate it up as I want. So I'm going to show you how I did this, and it's very simple. You need one, because I use cardstock, colored cardstock, to make this. You need one 12 by 12 sheet. You don't actually use the whole thing, but you do need the 12 by 12. So what you need to do is your 12 by 12 sheet, you need to cut it into two pieces, in half exactly, which is 6 by 12. So once you've done that, you take the 6 by 12 and then you cut it into half again, one of them into half again, and you get this. Now there's a reason why we need this. This is actually for the center part of the bag. Now how big you want the bag really depends on how large you cut your paper. Because I used half of, okay, why don't I just show you what I mean. So I'm going to take a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock right now. Maybe I'll just get a color that is something that I might want to do, but this is a really bright, these are the brights cardstock that I have, so it's really bright, and I was thinking I needed to do a shabby chic project, so probably go for pink. This is a really bright pink. Okay, maybe I just choose this pink. Yep, okay. So I'm going to cut it into half with my cutter. So basically this is what you do. So you cut it in half. So it's about, so you get two pieces of 6 by 12. Alright. And then you take one, you put it aside, that's for cutting the purse die cut. And then you cut this piece into a 3 by 12. Sorry, my blade is a bit blunt. I need to change it. So anyway, I'll take this one. Doesn't matter because this one you won't be able to see it. It's all going to be folded in later. So I'll show you one of the completed ones I've done later. So you can put your paper cut away now. Now, this piece here, you need to score it. And, hold on. Let me put this aside first. So, I don't have the large scoring board, so I'm just using the mini ones that I have, my Martha Stewart mini scoreboard. And you need to score it at 3/4 of an inch on both sides. So you 1, 2, 3/4 of an inch on both sides, and at 1.5. So it's like 3/4 of an inch apart. So 3/4 of an inch, 1.5, and 2 1/4. Then I just flip it over and do the same. 3/4 of an inch, a half, and 2 1/4. So I got this my score lines now. Then you need to score it again on the long side at 3. Flip the paper over and score it again at 3. I hope you got that. Yeah. So remember, both sides 3. It's pretty simple because the scores are all like equal. Then you still need to do something else. Let me just put this aside. Okay, put this aside as well. Right. Okay, so now you've got the, now that you have this piece, you know that you lay out like this in the long, on the long side, and you will need a little ruler for this. Okay, in order for me to fold, make it such that my bag can actually fold up and I can keep it, you know, like I can mass produce this and I can keep tons of them, and they won't take up so much space. I actually scored a triangle in the center. So let me see, I might have to enlarge a bit so that, sorry, so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I do is take the line right in the middle, which is your score line at 1.5, and mark 1/2 inch from this line, this score. So about 1/2 inch up on both sides, so that you have yeah. Then once you're done with that, you still need your ruler. You just take your bone folder, go to the edge of this, I hope you can see that. So you go to the first score line where the 3-inch score meets the first score line, and you score to that 1/2 inch mark in the center, and you do that again. It's like when you're cutting a banner shape, you do the same for the other side. Alright, I hope you can see that. So you get this like triangle right in the center. Then you do the same for the other side. Alright, and then you're done. Okay, now sorry. So now you need to cut. You just need to cut this part here, which is at the 3-inch score line. You cut this, and I like to cut it out like that, so it makes it easier to fold later. You can actually sort of like fold it and score it first before you cut, but either way, just work. It works both ways, just which you prefer. So that's what I do. I cut here just up to the first score line, and then this is what you get. I hope I was in the camera. Sorry, I hope I was in camera. So basically, you cut to the first score line and just make an angle here so that it's easier to fold. Okay. Right now I'll just fold everything. So for the two scores right at the end, you fold them in. Just fold this in, and just use your bone folder and oops. Make the lines a bit more crisp, and yeah, this is also folded in. Then the one in the middle is folded in the opposite direction. It's folded. So you just fold it out. So it's like mountain valley fold. That's why I did mention that you can actually fold and score the lines before you cut the edges here. So you will get something that looks like that. Alright, and then you can fold this up. You can fold this up and you can bend the triangle a little bit so that you can actually get this squished look for your box. Just needs to fold this up and then just push the score lines in so that when you so that when you attach this later, so this will be the center part of what makes the box part of the bag. Alright, so I'll set this aside now. Okay, then for the other piece of this paper, you just take your die and you can cut out exactly 2 of this. You just need to make sure you know which one's your front and your back of the paper, which side you want it to be, the front and the back, and then you just die cut it. So I've got this removable tape that I use to hold my dies in place. I don't have the magnetic board, so I'm just going to die cut this real quick. Just give me a minute. Just to show you, sorry, like really short on space. So yeah, so you get the first die cut. It didn't cut all the way. Sorry, I just need to run this through again. So this is the first die cut, and alright, then the other one, just put this aside. So you can see that you can actually cut another one out on this side. Sometimes when you try to hurry, you just make more mistakes. Okay, so yep, so just to show you that you can actually cut 2 of this handbag templates from one piece of 6 by 12. I keep this to make tabs for mini albums, whatever, pages and stuff. So you can throw away the scrap. Then you can put aside all the other stuff. Okay, now we're going to assemble it together. Alright, so okay, so you need a strong tape. I'm for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to use my Tombow Pit glue tape. So remember that you're going to fold this in this way. So all these tabs here on the side, the 3/4 inch tabs, will have to be will have to have tape or glue on it. You can use glue, you can use tape. You might need to reposition it because of sorry. So anyway, I had to reposition my the front and back a couple of times. That's why I used this one. It's not as sticky as score tape, so it works for me lah. Anyway, so basically the ones on the inside at the side here, I fold it in this way so that it's easier for me. Then now I can reposition that because this tape is not that sticky. So what you do is, I hope you can see this, I'll just leave like a quarter of an inch at the bottom. So I stick this a quarter of an inch away from the bottom. That means it's not exactly right to the edge. It's about a quarter of an inch away from the bottom. Let me try this on this way. It's a bit easier this way. Sorry, I couldn't see. So it's a quarter of an inch. Then you just need to press it down. Then for the sides, just align the edges so that they're parallel, somewhat parallel. Then press it down, and then it's like you leave also about a quarter of an inch or so. So yeah, so that it'll be parallel. And if you can see that, you see that there's a slight edge on the back. I hope you can see that. Yeah. This one's a bit off, sorry. That's why I use this tape. It actually helps me pull away from the paper without tearing it. Sorry, this is my first tutorial, so I hope you forgive all the errors I have on it. Alright. Okay, so that's done, I guess. Alright. Okay, then you need to align the other piece. So what I do is, to make it easier, I bend everything down. So you just need to squash it down, bend everything down so it's easier to align them. And just align it. Now, because this is not a perfectly symmetrical shape, you might have some, it might be a little bit like off. So once you've aligned it, actually easier for me to align it, just press it down and you're done. And here you have your little handbag gift bag. Alright, the handbag gift bag, yes, and it's done. So you can decorate it any way you want. So I've got two that are undecorated. I'll show you the ones that I decorate. This is the first one I made, so I'm actually quite pleased with it. This is like the first time I've actually made a tutorial like that, or even come up with a project like that. So I hope you can see it clearly. Let's see. I know the light is a bit bad, So yeah, so basically I just put some lace on. This is the front, so I put some lace and a flower cluster here. All these are wall orchid crafts. Then on the back, because there was a mistake with one of the papers, the designer paper I used on it, so I put some trim and lace here. And this is actually a piece of it's like a name card, like gift, you know, like how do you say, just a card for you to write things on. And I made it into a pocket so you can stick something inside, and then you can put your gifts and stuff inside. And so for this first one, when I scored it, I actually made a mistake and it tore the paper, so I used some of this lace duct tape kind of or lace packaging tape, and I thought it looked really good to reinforce the center of the paper. And yep, so that's my project. I hope you enjoyed it, and please do give me some comments and feedback about the project as well as the tutorial. And so if you really like this, you should go and get the die from Diemond dies. I really love the dies. So see you around. Thanks, bye bye.